What's up, guys? NepentheZ here, and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory, where today we will be taking this beautiful, incredible, amazing team on a FUT Champs journey. That is right. After watching yesterday's video, guys, you would have seen, obviously, we packed Thierry Henry, we crafted Gareth Bale, we packed Cristiano Ronaldo, we crafted Joao Cancelo. The team has had some massive upgrades, and so I'm expecting big things from Champs this weekend. But also, after yesterday's video, you would have seen that we was 1-1 after 2 games. So I've already put myself fighting an uphill battle to get 11 wins. With that being said, if you guys are enjoying the content and you wouldn't mind dropping a thumbs up, it would be very much appreciated. And yeah, let's take this team into Champs, see how we do. Right, guys, as we go into the gameplay, I've only picked 3 comments from yesterday's video because I've got a lot to talk about with one or two of them. Even though we've got a lot of gameplay here today, 18 minutes. First of all, though, just want to say thank you guys for all the nice comments in yesterday's video. You know, for the most part, people are really happy for me to pack these 2 big cards. But on the note and the notion of packing these 2 big cards, there wasn't any less than a good handful or more comments around the same vibe as Abdul's comment. By the way, nearly 70,000 subs, Abdul. Let's go, brother. Keep grinding. He says, funny how Nep's reaction used to be crazy insane, but now he doesn't really care. So, there was a few other comments about, like I hate this game, apparently, or something. I don't know where people get the idea that I hate this game from. There's aspects of this game that trigger me and frustrate me, and aspects of this game that I don't like. But I still love this game, right? I genuinely, I'm not the sort of person that would do something just for the money. Like, if I hated this game truly, I would just not play it. I would do something else. I would find another way to make a living. You know, if I needed to, I'd go back and like work in pub industry and stuff again. Like, I would not do something I absolutely hated by any stretch of the imagination. I don't hate this game. As I say, I hate certain aspects of it, and I love certain aspects of it. And there's, you know, the game's changed a lot over the years, and sometimes the nostalgia gets you, and you remember the good times of the old games whilst forgetting the bad times of the old games as well. And I think when it comes to another part of me not celebrating like I'm 12 years old for this pack is because I'm not 12 years old for this pack. You know, I'm 40 years old right now. I don't necessarily need to be like, you know, tripping off and freaking down my street because I hit these 2 cards. With that being said, my reaction was actually unusually subdued for packing these cards, and there is a very real reason as to why. For those of you that have been in my streams, you will know. For those of you that haven't been in my streams, you won't know. But my dad is really unwell at the moment. He's in hospital. He's in ICU, and he has a virus called Strep A, which is in his bloodstream. And he was like admitted to hospital on Saturday, and they had let us know that he might not make it through the night. And that was hard. Obviously, that it kind of makes anything to do with football and FIFA and online gaming and stuff just irrelevant. And so I packed those cards on Sunday. And although my dad was a bit more stable at that point in time in the ICU, he still wasn't out of the woods yet. And he still isn't, actually. He is a lot more stable again today. They've moved him from a bed to a chair. So he can act like he's a bit more, he's alert, he's, you know, he's like active, responsive, like, and whatnot. But he's got this virus, and with that as well, caused by the virus, he's got one of the valves in his heart has collapsed or weakened, the wall is weakened or something. And so it's very likely that he's going to have a heart operation as well. And for him to have the heart operation, they need to do heart scans, but they can't do heart scans on him right now because he is still vulnerable. And they don't think it's wise to do it in his current condition. And then there is also a risk that a heart operation in the very near future, if it is needed, which they won't know until they can do the heart scans, might also be potentially fatal because of the other medical issues that he's got in his body. His kidneys are failing and whatnot. So he's on dialysis, he's on antibiotics, he's in a great place for helping him be healthy and get him there. And, you know, today, like, I'm obviously in contact with him very regularly, but he's a good fair few hours away from me right now. And so I can't just pop in and visit, unfortunately. It would be a sort of 6 or 7 hour, 8, 9 hour round trip to go and say hello and spend some time with him. Not that I wouldn't do that, of course I would anyway. But yeah, he's a lot more stable now. His vitals are stable. His vitals are fine. But you know, I've never been through something like this. I've been through a couple of like really traumatic things during my social media career. But I've never been through something like this during my social media career. And so I don't like, I still want to provide content for you guys, you know, and I still want to provide for my family, like financially, by actually like making a living and stuff. Not that that is the primary goal, of course, you know, health is wealth and health first for sure. But I just didn't know what to do. And I found myself sitting there like, overthinking and getting myself into like an emotional wreckage and a like a heavy emotional state, because all I was doing was thinking about whether or not my father was going to make it through the night and make it through the day and stuff. And like I said, like he is still in the ICU right now, and there's, you know, touch wood, he's out of the woods and through the worst of it. But until they kind of remove him from ICU and put him onto a regular ward, I just won't be 100% confident that it isn't going to go wrong, because you can't be, can you? But I also don't want to sit there dwelling on that. And so that's why I end up turning my stream on, because I was like, I just need to take my mind off of it. I need to like occupy my mental space. And also I wanted to make the content and play some games and stuff to get the content made. And so through that, I was kind of like looking at those store packs, and we'll get into that in a moment as well. And when looking at those store packs and hitting that pack, it was like, I was happy and it was nice, you know, like, but it also just didn't really, I don't know, I just didn't feel great joy in that moment, because I didn't have great joy in my heart and in my mind in that moment. So I do apologize for, as I say, being like abnormally subdued with the reaction, but it was for good reason. And like, I know you guys have been on this journey with me for a lot of years. Maybe we've got new people here and there, but for a lot of you guys, I know you've been watching me for many years. And you never really hear me talk about, like, I'm an open book in general, but you never really hear me talk about like problems in my life or you know, issues or anything like that. And that is because for the most part, I've actually been extremely fortunate enough to not have to deal with any kind of like family death or any like, as I say, I've had a few traumatic things that we've gone through, but I haven't had to deal with all that much. And so I feel like it's only fair to kind of keep you guys in the loop as to why maybe my demeanor has changed recently over the last couple of days, and why also there is a genuine unfortunate possibility that I may just go AWOL for some days or some weeks if what I really hope doesn't happen ends up happening. I don't know how I would ever process that or be able to like just carry on with it. I don't know how. Obviously, it's never happened to me, so I don't know how I would react. I don't know what I would do or what I would want to do, or I don't know how I would behave if I was to lose a loved one at all. So yeah, if I do just randomly go AWOL, then you'll probably know why. Hopefully that will never be the case, or won't be the case anyway. Yeah, hopefully that will never be the case. Actually, that's the truth of the matter. But just to keep you guys informed, and as I say, I'm eagerly looking at my phone constantly, trying to get some updates on my dad's health and situation. But he seems to be in a lot better and safer regard today, which is very nice for me to feel and think about. But I will also keep you guys updated, because I know you now have your interest peaked, and we'll be there for that. So anyway, my kind of woes aside, the next comment that I did have was from 28 to Scratch 19. He says, unreal pack, but it just goes to show how the grind is dead, and the only way to improve your team is store packs. It's a sad state for the game to be in my opinion. So there was a reason why I went to the store pack, because I don't buy store pack. You never see me buy store packs. Okay, I did the provisions packs, all right, and then the 10 coin and 30 coin packs. I buy those packs, but generally speaking, I don't buy store packs, because I just think they're a waste of money specifically, and a waste of coins as well. However, I've been grinding this team of the year so far a lot. I know you guys have as well. I'm not saying you haven't, but I'm just obviously speaking on my own experience. I've been grinding this team of the year a lot. I've put, like, what did we put? Like hundreds of thousands, maybe even 1 million coins worth of cards into the upgrade packs. I've done altogether now, according to like the data on the web app, nearly 400 of the league-specific upgrade packs split between La Liga and Prem. and 600 player picks. And I don't have nothing to show for it because I have used a lot of the fodder that I got to craft Bale, to craft Cancelo. We're going to craft Harry Kane as well. So it's not like it was a complete and utter waste of time doing it. But in terms of the hours invested and the coins that were also invested in that time to get all of those things, it was pretty brutal. Editor Josh came into my stream and he told me that people are packing crazy things out of these packs, right? Like, you know, guaranteed Team of the Year icon or honorable mention. And apparently there was also an 88 plus player pick that was only 120,000 coins that had like a humongous chance at a Team of the Year card. And I thought to myself, do you know what? I had like 1.1 to 1.2 million coins. I know I had loads of stuff in the trade pile still. I know I still had a champs run and a rivals run before push came to shove and Team of the Year was over. So I thought to myself, I can spend 400,000 or 500,000 coins on a pack. I'd still have 700,000 coins and sets of rewards to come and the grind to come. And then I accidentally opened the wrong pack. And it's quite funny because there was a lot of grief in the chat about content creators getting these great pack luck and stuff. Yet I opened a 450,000 coin pack that I didn't mean to open, and I got bread in it. You know, it was an awful pack, to be fair. And if that was the last of my coins or the only pack that I opened or whatever, I'd be walking away from that feeling incredibly dejected because I had got nothing out of it. So I guess it was a blessing that I opened the wrong pack, because if I opened the right pack at the same time as I opened the wrong pack, maybe I don't get those two players in it, right? Who knows? We might have a completely different video here today, and that doesn't happen. But so I went and opened the other pack as well, because I thought to myself, in any case, if I even just get a Team of the Year icon, even if it's just like a cheap one or whatever, that's better than what I've got from the grind. And obviously then we hit like that big team. Now, when it comes to certain regards with this game, there's a few like caveats and a few pillars of like information to consider when thinking about where your team should be with regards to the meta, how many wins you can get, should get, will get, what division you're in and stuff. And there's a decent free team available, but maybe not anymore. But you know, we've been given that Jude Bellingham, the Zinedine Zidane. There's been countless other like objective cards that have actually been good. The Konate season pass card, even the Eze and Sancho objective cards, season pass cards are good. You can, just from playing this game and just collecting your rewards from playing the game and opening those and collecting the cards from playing the game, you can create a decent team, right? That's plausible, it's possible, it's doable. You can create a decent team. You can also create a really good team from some free evos. Like there's a fair few free evos that are good. You know, the Team of the Year centre-back evo is very good. That Zidane evo was very good. There's a few like very, very good ways of creating a good team for just playing the game. You then have the next pillar of information of the team, which is like the SBCs and the paid evos. Now these obviously require a little bit more grind and a little bit more graft, I suppose, but you can spend 500,000 coins on that Team of the Year evo. You got a sick card out of the back of it. 250,000 coins on Attack and Avalanche, you got a sick card out of it. There's a few other paid evos that are decent, and then you got SBCs where if you want to put your fodder into there, you can go and get Gareth Bale, Ronaldinho, Patrick Vieira, whoever it may be going forwards. Like there is so many other cards there where even if you play and just grind the menus and the gameplay, you can put together a really good team as well. The missing link, which is about like the state of the game and the grind versus the store packs and stuff. The missing link is, it seems to be like a really hard task to get an elite player if you don't go to the store. And look at me today, like, yes, okay, we actually got Lauren James out of one of the season pass picks. That was really fortunate. She's not really worth that much now, actually, though. I think she's only worth about 1.3 million. But we got Lauren James from there, and that was great. But then after that, I grinded for 20, 30, 40, 50 hours. I got nothing to show for it. Then I go to the store and buy one pack and I get Ronaldo and Henry to show for it. And so there's like a real big difference with having the free team from objectives, season pass and free evos even versus having the best team that you can from paid Evos and SBCs. And then there's an even bigger jump of having the best cards from getting lucky in a pack, most specifically a store pack. And it is a bit of a shame. It is a bit of a sad state for the game because, you know, it was unreal how good these cards I had are. Like I'm still defending pretty poorly. I actually don't even have the best defenders in either. Like, you know, Konate is very, very good. Cancelo's very, very good as well. He doesn't have a roll on for me, but like truth is like Gabriel's just not great, and Fox / Tomiyasu aren't great. They're not like super meta or hyper meta or anything. So there's an issue there with like me needing better defenders now. But what I can tell you about the attackers is that these attackers were just outrageous. They were a step above, and you'll hear me talk about it a little bit more when we get to the end of the gameplay and I go back live for the rewards. But Ronaldo and Henry, well, before I talk about that, I've played with, like, obviously this Trossard attacking Avalanche, Bukayo Saka's Thunderstruck card, and whatever other cards that we've had, right? Like on the wings or whatever. This Martinelli card's coming through. I played with that lone Bale, and I was like, God damn, he's like the best player in the game, man, because he was so much better than those cards that I had. That I was like, this is a breath of fresh air. I can't believe how good this lone Bale is. I can't wait to do his SBC because he's absolutely insane. Well, now having that Bale in the team and then having Henry and Ronaldo alongside him, it's non-comparable, guys. It's crazy how much better Henry and Ronaldo are compared to that team of the Abel. And that's not saying that the team of the Abel is bad by any stretch of the imagination. He's very good, and he still gave me like a really huge like goal to game return and stuff. He's very good, but compared to Ronaldo and Henry, he's nowhere near. And it just made me think, I was like, God damn, like I thought Bale was the second coming of, like, you know, Jesus Christ, literally, because of how good he felt. But actually the truth of the matter is he's just not good enough compared to those other cards. So when I'm playing with Trossard and Saka and stuff, how much even worse are those guys? Like, it really, really opened my eyes up a little bit to even thinking, like, Konate, I think Konate is good, really good, because Konate is so much better than who I was using there before, which was either Calafiori or William Saliba. But now I'm sitting there thinking, if I actually had a meta defender there, maybe they make that Konate look like he's absolutely terrible, right? So I thought there was a closer gap than there is where I'm getting at. I thought there was a closer gap than there is between the best possible, like, free team. What a goal from that guy there, by the way. The best possible free team from just playing the game versus the best possible paid Evo and SBC team, and then the best possible team in general. I didn't think the gap was as large as it is. But after playing with some of now the best and most expensive cards in the game, it is evident that the gap is a lot wider than I thought it was. Like, a lot wider than I thought it was. Even the difference, the discrepancy between the free team and the SBC team, it's a huge gap. And then the difference between the SBC team and the best team is a huge gap. And more to the point of the comment, it is such a crying shame that that's the state of the game, that you genuinely have to become exceptionally lucky in a store pack to be able to keep up with the top players in the game. And it is a shame. It's a shame that we can't grind our way there somewhere or another otherwise. Anyway, we did manage to hit 11 wins, which I'm delighted about. Let's go and grab those rewards. Right, guys, welcome to the end of Champs. It's been an interesting video. I haven't actually recorded the start of the video yet. I'm only recording the end of the video with the Champs rewards because I need the gameplay to record the post-com over. So now we're going to do the rewards. However, I was reading the comments from yesterday's RTG where, of course, I packed the brilliant Ronaldo and the brilliant Thierry Henry, and we're going to go through their stats in a moment because they have been absolutely outrageous. And we'll go through the comments. And first of all, thank you all for so much incredible support on hitting these packs, getting these cards. We would have already talked about a lot of some of the other stuff. But there's a few comments that I just really want to address. Really want to address. And they are few and far between, but they have got a lot of upvotes and the hate watching is crazy. The first one is from Asmir. You'll still be 8 and 7 in champs. Adam Jones, he'll still only get 8 in champs, implying that I only get 8 in champs. That's on the Crappers account. This account has always been 9, 10, or 11 anyway. Danielle, can't wait for the next weekend league. You get 9 or 10 wins and say you can't compete with everybody's insane teams. Gower Jams, hopefully now we won't hear anymore how much better the opponent's teams are and how the RTG can't compete. I'm expecting 15-0 in the next champs run. And then somebody responded to him, NepentheZ is still getting 9 wins this weekend league. It's going to hit like crack. Then, Nep in the next episode when he gets 9 wins in weekend league again. Well, the team is obviously good, but it's definitely not meta. And that same person that was toxic, last comment, LMAO, yes. And then, Lenny, no excuses now to not hit 11 plus wins in weekend league, as you always say it's because you haven't got a meta team. Yeah, like, it's almost like I know what I'm talking about, right? Because now that we've got this, like, insane team all of a sudden, and to be fair, I will preface this by saying the fact that my defense isn't great. Right, Gabriel is not good enough. Tomiyasu is not good enough. Iker Casillas absolutely sucks. Konate is very good, and Cancelo is very good. I really like him a lot. But I feel like once I can improve the defenders, I'll be able to even push for more wins. But the answer still is yes. It's almost like I know what I'm talking about. The first weekend that I put the superstars that I pack into the team, and look what happens. I hit 11 wins, right? So it's almost like when I say to you guys, okay, I'm missing this, I'm missing that. You know, I can feel what's going on in my team because it's my team. I can feel the pros and cons. You only get to see it. It's a bit different. And I always will reference to when watching pro players, right? When you watch pro players play this game, they don't look good. You look at them and you think, I could do that. Like, that's easy. Whatever they're doing, it's easy. It's not about what it looks like. It genuinely is about what it feels like. And I can always feel the nuanced issues and benefits with my team. And so I always know in my mind, if I had this issue fixed and that issue fixed, I could do even better. And obviously there is an element of your own input and your own skill as being part of it as well, right? I'm not going to pretend that skill doesn't play a part, but I just know in my bones, in my heart of hearts, or whatever you want to call it, I just know that I'm 11 plus win player if I have a team as good as everybody else's. And so it was nice today, I can't lie, to hit that 11th win, especially actually because I went to 8 and 4. I was 7 and 3. I think I went 8 and 3, and then I went to 8 and 4. And obviously I had to clutch up the wins. Oh, I didn't want to do it there. I want to do it from storage. I had to clutch up the wins from the end of the games there and get those last 3 wins. And we managed to do that, or I managed to do that. And it genuinely is in large part due to the fact that these players are ridiculous. And I will say this as well, and you're probably going to laugh at me. You probably won't even, it's not that you won't believe me, but it's a weird thing to say, right? I didn't even play good this weekend. There was a few games. I went 0 and 1, obviously. You guys saw that yesterday, and then went to 1 and 1. After I got 1 and 1, I got to 5 and 1, and I was feeling really good, and I was playing really good. Then I lost and went 5 and 2, and I could feel myself bottling. You know what I mean? I could feel it in myself that the bottle was there. And so all of a sudden, games that I was like even in complete control of, I was just giving up sloppy goals, giving up silly, I can see the one goal I was 4-2 up in one game. And I had a free kick on my own halfway line in like the 80th minute. I just passed it really quickly, and I passed it to my opponent, and he broke and scored. He then made it 4-4, and then he beat me in extra time. And I thought, Jesus Christ, I had 10 minutes of the game left, and I had a 2-goal lead. Why am I rushing that free kick? And it's because I was just playing like nervous. Do you know what I mean? I wasn't playing great. And it's one of those like other things, do you know what I mean? Of like that situation where I will say like, I know my level in this game, and my level is 11-ish wins, 11, 12 wins with a good team. I know I need to improve though at decision making and learning the mechanics, and that should now come because hopefully I will now push easily up to like towards the elite division. That's the aim for next season. I haven't got time to do it this season unless I go on an absolute mad run. But the aim for next season is to push to the elite division, and then when I'm in the elite division, I'll be playing against people that are playing the meta every single game. And so I will learn from watching what they do and feeling what they do, and then either A, how to defend it, which will help me defensively, or B, how to attack it. One thing that was really interesting today, I didn't stream my games today because obviously you would have just heard in the start of the video there, you know, my father's unwell. I don't know. I'm just not up for streaming. You know, it's not where I don't know. I might stream today now that I've got my champs games done, but I didn't want to get like emotional with how I was playing because I was emotional, and so I didn't stream my champs games today, but I was watching Matt HD Gamer stream his, and he like Matt's a really good player, but he also kind of gets stressed at the game, and it kind of lets him deteriorate a little bit. And he read out one comment in his chat that was like a bit toxic from the guy, and the guy was like, "Your defending is like shambolic or something." And I would have gone in on the guy, but Matt, being the sweetheart that he is, didn't go in on the guy and said, instead of being rude and toxic, why don't you give me some like constructive criticism rather than your defending is shambolic? So the guy said, you need to start cutting the passing lanes more, play a switch a little bit more to cover a passing lane once you've moved into a passing lane, and stop switching into your defenders. So I heard Matt say that out loud, and I started doing that. And I was like, Jesus Christ, the amount easier you get the ball back when you literally just kind of... I love to get the ball back really fast because I feel like if I don't have the ball, I'm going to concede. You know, it's like panic stations for me. I'm like a headless chicken sprinting, try and get the ball at every earliest possibility. But sometimes letting your opponent just have the ball, letting them take possession, move up the field, you just defend in a unit, win the ball back and counter, you score a goal. And one of the things that I started doing last week, because I use so many subs now, and you'll notice it even with Ronaldo, how many, 2 yellows on Ronaldo. I've got yellows on Henry and Bale. Vieira Rice has probably got loads of yellows now, 11 yellows. What's Vieira on? 3 yellows only for him. My fullbacks typically as well would be on a lot because I do it with them a lot. But I use that RBX foul now to auto foul. When somebody's on a counter, I'll foul them on purpose around the halfway line. And the reason why I keep doing it around the halfway line is because when you have an attacking free kick in that area, you're defensively vulnerable if you lose possession of the ball very quickly after the free kick. So in that final game there, it was 1-1 against Ash FC, his name was. He was a really good player as well. It was 1-1. He was breaking. I fouled him. From that free kick, I stole the ball, went countered and scored to make it 2-1. And I was like, that's insane how often that happens. And it again comes from people just either A, rushing their play from that, which I do all the time, or B, just because this game's so dumb in the way that it sets up for set pieces, for throw-ins, corners, free kicks, etc. It's so dumb. But anyway, the team. Obviously, we had Fox in at right back for the most part because we was evoing her through there. She's brilliant. Like, if we can get another evo on her in the next week or 3 and get her up to a 91, 92 rated card, I'd be so happy with this. She's got a great play style. I really like this card a lot. Need to get Tomiyasu evo'd up. Need some assists on him. All of the rest of the players got sub minutes here and there. Gabriel's good. With that pace boost on him now is good, but we obviously need to finish up his boost. He doesn't have the most play styles, and he doesn't have Defender plus, which I'm looking forward to putting on him as well. So once we can get him upgraded to 92 rated, I'll be really, really happy with him having Anticipate Plus as well. I used Patrick Vieira as a centre mid in that 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, and I just didn't really like him. As a CDM, he's light. It's like night and day, like genuinely night and day, how much better he is in the CDM role compared to the centre mid role. Declan Rice is very good as well. Obviously, for me, like one of the things that I would like to have more on this team is a left-footed DM, and I do have Lewis Skelly as a left-footed DM option. He's a bit smaller, but he's got 4-star. He's got cracking stats, needs a bit of defensive awareness, but he is also eligible for a few evos right now that will take him up and give him some more stats. So something to consider there with him, and maybe use Declan Rice as a sub over Vieira and start Skelly. Then we've got Lauren James. Now, I looked at the stats, actually. When I had 2 games left, I looked at the stats, and I was blown away by actually how much she's given. 95 games now, and 101 goal contributions, 39 goals and 62 assists. And I don't focus to play through her at all. And if you would have asked me, how was your experience with Lauren James? I would honestly say like nonplussed. Like, she's no different, no better, no worse than Zidane in that cam spot or Ødegaard in that cam spot. But when I actually saw her stats, I was like, oh my God, she's like a silent assassin. Like, she just goes about it, getting goals and assists without me really noticing, because I'm almost like subconsciously have the understanding that I don't like her in game. And so I'm not focusing play through her. But yeah, a really, really good return on her. Then we've got Gareth Bale, guys. Gareth Bale's got 18 goals and 6 assists in the 15 champs games for him. Probably should have a little bit more from him. Yeah, he's of the 3 attackers, he's the one I feel like gets involved the least. And that's why actually in the last 3 or 4 games, I started subbing Saka in for him, which might have actually been detrimental to him there. But still, 24 goal contributions in 15 games is very good. Thierry Henry, guys, has got 33 goal contributions in the 15 games. 23 goals and 10 assists is absolutely unbelievable. But the absolute star man, guys, is Cristiano Ronaldo. 19 goals and 19 assists in the 15 games. 38 goal contributions. I would say probably about 6 of those goals are bicycle kicks from corners. And it's another one of those things where I said to you guys, right? And again, it's about nuance, right? It makes a big difference in a tight game when you're 1-0 up and you get a corner, and then you just hit a glitched corner and score a bicycle kick with your acrobatic plus player, which everyone can have now because of Zidane, and then you make it 2-0. It's just demoralizing for your opponent. And so in some of those games, his goals from bicycle kicks were irrelevant because the game was already like tied up, done and dusted. It wasn't really contentious. But there was a few games there. And again, one of the games where it's really, really tight, like I think it was 1-1, and I scored a bicycle kick with Ronaldo to make it 2-1. And I was like, thank God he didn't move his keeper, because that's just given me an edge. Like, it's dumb. I get it, right? It's a stupid game mechanic, but it gave me the edge. And it's another one of those things where it's like, if I have Trossard or Martinelli or Saka in that role instead, I'm never scoring that goal ever. And so it's really nice to get that goal with Ronaldo. And as expected, he's absolutely brilliant. With that being said, guys, we're now up to 252,000 coins. Thank you very much to the coins from FUT Champs. And we've got our FUT Champs rewards here. Do I deserve anything from FUT Champs rewards? No. Are we going to get something from FUT Champs rewards? Let's hope so. You know, it would actually be insane right now. If I could hand pick, if I could cherry pick a reward right now, it would be obviously Team of the Year Saliba. But at this point, with how good my team has got, but how bad my defense is, I would love any Team of the Year defender. Like, I honestly think a Team of the Year defender right now would genuinely make such a significant difference. So let's hope that we can hit ourselves one of those. Right, we'll start with the Winter Wildcard numero FUT cards. It would be nice to get an Arsenal player that I don't have yet. It's going to be a big player here. Fishlock, not as big as I thought it was. And then Knobs. So we'll take Fishlock for some fodder, because I'm going to do Harry Kane still. And Phil Foden as well. Is still going to get completed. We've got David De Gea 88 in there, Hansco 87, and Orban 87 as well. So 2 pretty dead picks there from those, just the 88s. And then we've got our 85 pluses. These are tradable, of course. So an 88 Kobel to start with. Nice bit of coins there. I will probably sell him because it will let me do Ruben Dish. It will let me do more upgrade packs. So now that I've kind of got those big Team of the Years, I'm now going to start putting all of my coins back into upgrade packs, because it's less of a strenuous option now, because I've only got 250,000 coins plus all the tradable stuff here. And I've actually got quite a few tradable bits on the trade pile, but there's like 83s and 84s, nothing like significant, and about 4 or 5 informs, I think, on there as well. Yeah, I'll sell all of this and then reuse those funds to build more upgrade packs. But of course, EA, just be great if you gave me another Team of the Year, wouldn't it? You're not going to. You didn't even give me an inform. We'll take Bruno Fernandes and we'll pop him up to the trade pile as well. And then that leaves us with, I think we get the 3-player Team of the Week packs now, don't we? And they are also tradable, right? Oh, they are. I mean, this is great because these are like 15k a piece. That maybe a walkout is even more, but that's like another 45,000 coins from each one. So that's like another 100,000 coins, guys, which is amazing. I'm just going to send them up to the trade pile for now. Yeah, so like another 100k from there. The other stuff we got on there, I'm going to be like well over 500,000 coins again by the time I sell everything, which is like really, really nice, of course. If we get another walkout inform, we do. Wow, that's very surprising. Thank you very much, EA. We get Malcolm 86. That's an interesting one because I think he's like the correct Evo away from going extinct at 45k. But 3 more tradable informs are in there. We've then got 2 of these premium upgrade packs that I built just to clear some of the duplicate storage. Is it going to be good enough to net me a team of the year? The answer is probably no. But we will try our best. Not that we can try more than just pressing a button. We've then got... We get a campaign... Oh, next season, actually. I forgot. Next season, we're getting the campaign change thing, aren't we? So I've got an 82 by 20 untradeable. An inform. Oh, I got a little bit excited when I saw it wasn't a gold there, guys. It is an inform. That's all right, though. Do we have any of these tradable? Just 1. Oh, 3. Not too bad. And then we get ourselves an 84 by 10 tradable. Not a team of the year. That is a bit savage. That is a bit savage. Another inform, though. So, again, I'm going to pop all of this up to the trade pile because I will sell all of that. And, yeah, I think for tomorrow, I'm just going to go and buy loads of golds and start building onto it. And then an 87 by 2, just an inform. So, no team of the year again. Not that I can really complain. We do get Allison in there as well. But that's it for today, guys. I mean, like I say, we've got a lot of Evos to do and a lot of Arsenal cards that will now become just like kind of like substitute bit part players unless they just outclass what's there. But we've got a defense to upgrade, you know. We've got a defense to upgrade. I need to get some better defenders in this team. And then, yeah, keep playing, keep grinding and try and get up to elite for next season and carry on pushing 11 wins now. I don't want to just hit 11 wins and then be like, oh, nice, I've done it. Like, you know, kind of relax and go back into some weird sort of like 9 or 10 win situation. I want to keep pushing as 11 wins is like the baseline now, getting more as we improve this squad. But for today, that is going to be the end of the video. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.